Greetings, everyone, brothers, sisters. This is me again, Sahara Berserk. I'm kind of slow today, again, and so it might affect my performance. Nevertheless, I have to carry on. So I've been hurt seeing what Prophet Muhammad did. As I see it, or as the verses tell me, the crucial verses now again that made me doubt Islam. Surah Azab, ayat 37, yes, and then looking at closely examining through the Shia sources also and Sunni, uh, if I could get something other than what the Shias have from the Sunnis. So these crucial verses that made me step back, question this religion, Islam. So I wonder if you can, if this will help you see. And then there are other verses, but like Surah Nur ayat 33, that I felt that prostitution was allowed, and those who compelled the slave girls to prostitution, there was no punishment for them mentioned in that particular ayat. Anyways, they say in another ayat for rape, punishment is mentioned. So those who wage a war against Allah and Prophet Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, and do mischief on land, either expel them or cut their limbs on the opposite sides and things like that. That verse. Now, sorry, I just had something in my mouth. So here I have this, I had put this long time ago. Sometimes people don't want to go through pain. As we were taught, I thought through Imam Hussein's Azadaris and Remembrance. But then, also avoiding the pain of life. I didn't want to suffer in life. So I wanted to improve my lot and not suffer. Since childhood, being born, bad luck for me or something. So in my life, a crisis. I was separated from a teacher I loved, and it was all pain, darkness, hell. And as a Shia, I thought I retreated from Karbala majlises. I used to go there, but like I would wonder what truth is and how can we trust in this, right? The Waqia event, tragedy of Karbala, recited by the, given to us by hadiths and things, imams, and all that. And then I had some dreams, so I carried on with that. Sadly, but now, even departing from those religious dreams, I've come to this. Today you will read. So I wrote this long time ago. In my pain, today you will read all this. All these endearments I'm shedding on paper, your mind will read what your heart will never accept. Sorry, the prayers have started. So let me just, how long, I don't know that this will go on. Sorry about the background sound. Thank you for the like here, I see. Yeah, so the chat. I'll open the chat late a little bit, but I've just clicked. Let's see. So, where is your heart with the oppressed? Hussein, Abbas, Zainab, right? And now remember that I was a Shia too. And So I don't mean to hurt you. Who is here? Yakor Mati Dayahu. Shalom, Sister Zahra. Shalom, Yaakov. Did I pronounce your name properly? Sorry. Welcome here. Most welcome, warm welcome here, Yaakov. Mati Yahu. Greetings, Shalom. Welcome. So, your heart will never accept that such sufferance exists. Why is that? Cold-hearted beings, oops, don't blame the others. So I was writing on my Facebook long time ago. So now you can see there's an ayat which says that those who seek to deceive Allah, right? And the believers. So, what your heart will not accept, maybe if you are a Shia, and your mind will read this, but what I say, it will be very difficult to accept, because I understand Shia thought and all. We give our hearts to the oppressed. So you can see that how Yazid was, right, on the other side. Another thing is that Prophet Muhammad has failed and is Allah. I was just thinking another thing here is that if you get betrayed in love by another person or in any relationship, instead of going analyzing and okay, the trust, she doesn't trust me, he doesn't trust me, or what, this, my problem, this, one gets all shaken up. If you see any jealousy or anything like that, then I get very weird after this madness, right? But before that, there is a reaction, but it's like, okay, let the person blame me. Don't use any self-defense, right? So all this, if the person is blaming you for it, don't use any self-defense. Recently I realized, oh my God, all this. So it could make a person even more crazy, 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 until you end up, God forbid, I would have ended up in the mental asylum. Unshakable, what can make you unshakable in these circumstances when you get betrayed, you feel, in a relationship, and you really are betrayed, you see it. And we all have imperfections and weaknesses. I also have my imperfections and weaknesses. But somewhere you feel, okay, here you should not have been betrayed, but you were betrayed. So what's the best thing to do? And then I thought, oh, love, sending love to them. That's what we analyzed in my Hindu friend in London, told me in another words is that why would you want to hate the person? You know? So I hate it, or I hate this person, he did this to me, and then you get all angry and the self-pitying comes and all that, right? So just cast that aside and say, I send you God's love. God's love is for free, right? That may a little bit not shake you up, that will stabilize you, right? So this person, Prophet Muhammad, is the one who didn't want to And is Allah send love? Or maybe from the beginning verses, we may have thought that yes, love them, speak words of kindness, and there are verses like that. But then later on, we see that he's said, oh, these were very stubborn hypocrites and sinners, and they wouldn't believe in Islam. They would make mischief, fear this, fear that, kill them, expel them. Like in Surah Tawbah, we're told, fight with them. Oh God, it's quite loud. This. I think I should just for a little while mute myself. It's getting very loud here. But what I will show you, I'll go to the multilingual Quran. Okay, it's gone. Thank God. Okay, so now, what is this? So what is marital rape in Islam? I was just saying. Because then I'm going to talk about the rape by Prophet Muhammad against Juwayriya, Safiya bint Huway, Juwayriya bint Harith. Sorry, I didn't put Aisha's name there because she was a child, we are told. There's a hadith. And when he consummated the marriage with her. And he was 50 years old or something. So like this, I'm going to take you this time, very slowly. Okay, I don't have to mute myself, it's finished. The prayer. Now, marital rape here says sexual relations in a marriage that are done by mutual love and mutual enjoyment are indeed halal, because it is in the line with the teachings of the Quran and the example of the Prophet Muhammad. However, when sexual relations are performed by coercion and violence, it is haram. And deception, deceiving that I am the true prophet. When I get married to you, you will be al-Mu'mineen, Zainab bin Josh, and killing. So just put yourself in that position, right? Zainab bin Josh's position as I hope I don't have to again read out from multilingual Quran this verse's commentary. You see so I'm not going to show you the sources, but just from the top of my head. It is not fitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided. First rape. It is not fitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided by Allah and His Messenger, to have any option about their decision. Right? If anyone disobeys Allah and His Messenger, he is indeed on a clearly wrong path. So this we were told in the Shia commentary by Imam Muhammad al-Baqir that Zainab bin Josh and Abdullah, her brother, they said they want to exercise their choice in this matter. He had sent them a proposal. Sent Abdullah's sister, Zainab bin Josh, a proposal of Zaid. And she didn't want to marry Zaid. So her consent is not there now. But then this verse came down. Right? And she was forced to marry Zaid. And then later on you see what has happened here. So the verse is here. And that's why I take you to the commentary. If a verse in the Quran cannot explain another verse, then I have to go to the commentary section or the tafsirs. And tafsirs are what? From the hadith, right? For the Quran ayats, or the life, seerat of Prophet Muhammad, right? That's all tafsirs are. So it's one and the same thing, like different hadiths for this tafsir, for this ayat. Tafsir for this ayat. It is not fitting for a believer, man or woman, when a matter has been decided by Allah and His Messenger, to have any option. So if he forced Zainab and Josh against her consent and will, what is he doing? And then you see the marriage broke. Actually, he's committing rape. He's encouraging rape. I mean, which international law even, or which past in the history says that, or maybe in Jews, I don't know, Yaakov, that's in war, right? War cases. Now, Jaweria will come, war cases, Safiya will come. This is not a war case. Captives, even then I would object to it. But in which international law does it say for the betterment of, so it means they sacrifice here without consent, they get married while he gets married to so many, and what your right hands possess, even when God puts a stop to his marrying women and exchanging them for other women, yet he's allowed to, and if he finds them beautiful or ajab, then yet he's, he can marry the ones whom his right hands possess. That verse is only for Prophet Muhammad. And the Shia commentary does not say on this surah, same surah's verse, the reason behind the stop to Prophet Muhammad's marriages, or exchanging them, divorcing them and then exchanging them for others, something like that. Oh, so I don't really understand exchanging his women for others. Yeah, like divorcing them and all, the way it is written. Yeah, succinctly put in the ayat. And remember, Muhammad, when you said to the one on whom Allah bestowed favor and you bestowed favor. Sorry, so is this clear that here I couldn't find another ayat in detail what happened, why this ayat came down. So I had to go to Shia site, commentary section, read it. And of course the Shias are going to ask me, right? Why did you leave Islam? So, actually this is rape. Encouraged between Zainab and Zaid. You don't love the person. You don't even want to marry the person. Isn't this rape? So before, oh, you Shias cry for Zainab, Shirin Yasitane, Haidar Abbas. Expelled Jews, people of Medina who were Muslims, so-called. So there, but I have to bring in the point. मदीना से निकल रहे हैं, O Yathrib. We have been expelled. Our houses, Allah terrorized us. Just because we attempted a murder? On Prophet Muhammad, Tafsir section. Women are being expelled, mothers from their homeland, cities. So it makes me really, really angry, doesn't it? Yeah. And so I had to calm myself down, otherwise, who would want to kill someone like him? Anyways, the thing is that you Muslims have not learned. Those of you who want to kill others because we insult, you think that we are insulting, we are waging a war against Allah and His Messenger. And you will take that ayat from the Quran. You have not learned how to love, that God is love. How to send love to your enemies even, like Jesus Christ said, like every great religion would say. So what is the danger in that? You know, some people are holding on. I know of some people who, when the wife looks here and there, they get all emotionally insecure. Who were you looking at? No, you were looking at that man passing out. Shia, huh? Shia. These neurotic things are in us. You see? And the wife says, no, 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 I was not looking. I didn't even know that this man was passing by. But I was in my thought, and my nazar, my eyes went, on this side of my head, in the car outside, right? Let's say they went to a grocery store and then they sat in the car. And so we have these emotional, insecure men also in Shia Islam. So what is the danger then? The danger is that if you can be like this with your wife, you can also use this egoistic, neurotic behavior or psychotic behavior to defend your religion. And you can go and kill people. The ego doesn't like it. Do muji, meditation, and see. Oh, no. Some people tell him that, oh God, we're going. No, no, Muji says, no, 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 you are not disappearing, don't worry. You see? We are disappearing. Oh, like that. So, no, no. Don't worry. It's not like you will be lost in you'll go end up in the mental asylum. Or, oh my God, Muji, I'm losing my head. What's happening to me? What's happening to me? No, no. No one goes crazy like this, right? But the ego may tell you, you are going crazy. You know what? Muji is making you. Muji is making you crazy with his pointings. What you will be in Ex-Shia. You will be like, just fixed and doing nothing. What do you call that? The word is not coming to me. Vascular dementia. Sorry. I had this from childhood, I think. So, I am struggling to explain. Sorry if I miss some things, but I cannot afford to miss it, although I have my weakness. So you see, these emotional insecurities our religion has given us to and you don't even know when the ego, it is for the ego. So Jiddu Krishnamurti was, sorry, I have to mention Jiddu Krishnamurti. Resonated quite well with me. You see, one day my father said that no one has promised, Jesus Christ has promised Savior for the Christians. How can he say that no one has promised us heaven, but Ahl Bayt have promised us heaven? But we are not sure, because then when the dream of Fatima Zahra came to someone and I was with her, my father's like, no, 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 our ulamas, they do a lot of worship. And so now don't take that for granted that Fatima, this dream has come to another lady and you're going to be, this and that. You see? And I was like, but how can I get arrogance or take that for granted when Bibi is my Pushtopana? Right? How can arrogance come in me? All the time this fear that now, this good lady had a dream that you're with Bibi Fatma Zahra and this, that. It might be that, you have to say your prayers and you have to do this. And our religious scholars, 15 minutes someone was on the sajda when he gave me for dua for you. Real life experiences come to reality. And what is reality? Jiddu Krishnamurti says, thought. And we are all made by thought. We are just thoughts. We are not that truth, everlasting. So whatever we do here is just because of thought coming together. Two people coming together, thought creates desire, produced another child. It's all thought. We are just This reality is all thought. Jiddu Krishnamurti shows us. In relationships, we don't even have a real relationship. We've built walls. Jiddu Krishnamurti, I was just reading a sample on Google. So I wanted to go back to Jiddu Krishnamurti, maybe buy a book of his. So book. So from there I was reading sample. So on thought. I hope I'm allowed to just, mention this. Then you can read his books. What he says is thought is time. You see, so we are all in time, created by thought. Thought creates desire, time. Thought creates time. We are all thoughts. We are nothing. This reality is not that real or the truth. We are not living that. So through that, we then build walls, Jiddu Krishnamurti says. But I don't know if I'm supposed to share this with you, copyrights infringement. So, but I have other books. I was just refreshing my memory on the books I have of Jiddu Krishnamurti back in Karachi. I've bought them. Not on Google, but in real life. So we are taught, and thought is time bound. It creates time. And any action we do with our reason, even mind, is the mind creates thought, processes thought, memory, past, this, that. So we want relationships for us, security, need, want in time. And to leave this whole process of time and know, observing that you are beyond this, that you are the timeless, then from there a relationship is what? Timeless. There's no you, there's no I. There's one pure awareness. What I discovered and what Muji Baba says was very important, most important in the kingdom of mankind ever, history of mankind, and in the kingdom of human beings. Okay, so sorry I've taken much time on this. Jiddu Krishnamurti, and retain your spouse to yourself and be pious to Allah or fear Allah. And you were concealing within yourself what Allah would display. Why? And being apprehensive, fearing the people. Because now you were fearing, the people. You were fearing the people. Sorry, I just had this chicken that I cooked, whole chicken with skin and all. So I just had my meal, full meal. I apologize. The burp. Retain your spouse to yourself and be pious to Allah. And you were concealing within yourself what Allah would display. So the Shias have given their reason, right, on this. I still feel he failed as a marriage counselor. He was pathetic. And he was fearing, although he's got two believers getting married, one Zainab bin Josh, against her will to Zed. And then why is Zed coming to him? For goodness sakes, high spiritual. You have given your lives for this religion, Shias. Please see, today is the day for you to decide. Don't procrastinate. Isn't this retain your spouse? Oh, this is so superficial. Zed is coming, and you know what we are told in the commentary by the Shias, that Zainab could not get along with Zed. Zainab was a highborn. She was from the Hashmites, right? So he even thinks that he's highborn. Anyways, and she was a proud widow. Proud widow. She was a widow of the Quraysh. But the Hashmites did what to her? Muhammad did what to her? And his law. Can you ever force someone, even if you are a prophet, against their will on this marriage? For the betterment of now, so your Allah wants to bring a law down. Bring a law down that now the prophets and you believers also can marry your your adopted sons, who are not even your adopted sons, but he practiced that, and then he practiced it himself. Prophet Muhammad did. But the Sunnis get out of this by saying he was a pagan before and then Allah. Like Moses. Oh, Moses, then you came up to the standard. Surah Taha ayat. He himself didn't know that he was a prophet at that time, like Moses didn't know. Right? So, then let me not forget my point here. Retain your spouse to yourself. What does he do? I forgot. And you were concealing within your... He tells Zed to Avadik, as to have said to him on whom Allah has favored and you have favored. Retain your spouse to yourself. Why does he tell Zed to? Why doesn't he go? Oh, he must have gone. Then the Sunni Hadith comes. Glory be to God, turning of the hearts. No. But that was before Zed came to him. I mean, the Hadith says, no. So, sorry, I'm wrong about that. I'm just kidding. Favored and you have much favored. Oh. So do not ask more after having given favors. Surah Mudathar ayat. Retain your spouse to yourself. Reasonable men, women. I wonder if women are in this case you are Muslims. Women, Muslimas, respected Shias. What school of thought, Shia school of thought. Huh. You didn't see? You can't see this? Retain your spouse to yourself. 1400 years ago. Retain your spouse to yourself and be pious to Allah. Wait, why am I using this translation? It says here, fear him. So, do you see this? Or actually, every day I get up with hay fever, I have to take a pill. Anti-allergy hay fever, the headache has come on, so also my eyes are a bit, this thing with the light, they get hurt by the light, but I must go on. Today you will read, because you see your heart is with Imam Hussain. Now what is that, if you remember Nadeem Sarwar's Noha, or what I wrote, you can't remember because I only published it on Facebook. See love with love's eyes, and you will see what you have never seen before. Now, Nadeem Sarwar says, अगर Abu Sufyan के नज़रों से, if you see from Abu Sufyan's eyes, what will you see? But then I want to ask, as a Shia, like, let's see through God's eyes. Maybe Abu Sufyan is true, right? And what else? शाहिद बस्तिस्तानी नोहा, हाँ, तुम्हें आयत तत्हीर नहीं मिलती है? आयत तत्हीर तुम्हें कुरान में नहीं मिलती? आयत तत्हीर you don't find in the Quran, that you are telling us, objecting. Oh Shias, what do you fail to see here? Huh? It is not fitting for a believer, man or woman. This is about marriage proposal, forceful, without consent. This will be rape. You see, little bit or what, but even the rape. This is forceful marriage. He doesn't want to. Zainab and Josh, I had to read, because Zaid का नाम तो आ गया है ना, Zaid's name has come in 37th verse, right? And also because the verse I need to understand, there was no other detail given about it. So there's a rape, or what is the rape definition you want to see? But let's say the messenger says you do this. So this means Zainab's mind changes, heart changes, right? Should change. But it didn't. She was, and the Shias even say in their commentary that Zainab bin Josh was a good believer and Zaid bin Harith was a good believer. And they both had to get married like this, on the orders of Allah and His Messenger. When they have decided upon a matter, believers cannot say anything. But the Zainab bin Josh did not want to. So what is this? Rape definition. So do you not see this? Rape. Rape is a type of sexual assault usually. What if you force someone to get married? Forcing someone to marry against their will, and you force them to marry, force someone to marry. I didn't think of this, but in some US states, forced marriage is a crime. Some. Oh my God. US, even you are lagging behind? In all US states, people who force someone to marry may be charged. In all. Oh, that's really good. In all US states, people who force someone to marry may be charged with violating state laws, including those against domestic violence, child abuse, rape, assault, kidnapping, threats of violence, stalking, or coercion. Now, do I have to go to, there's a lot. So this is part one. Uh, Jawaria bint Harith, Bani Nadir, Bani Qurayza, right? People of Yathrib. Oh my God, that's really good. Forced marriages are a crime in some states. And in all US states, people who force someone to marry may be charged with violating state laws, including those against domestic this, that, etc., etc., etc. It's a crime. Thank you, US, United States. Thank you, Western world. Oof. Forced marriage. Forced marriage, Wikipedia. Forced marriage is a marriage in which one or more of the parties is married without their consent or against their will. A marriage can also become forced marriage. Thank God laws are coming up. Okay, so a marriage can also become a forced marriage. So this is the definition. Even if both parties enter with full consent, if one or both are later forced to stay in the marriage against their will. So even saying that to Zaid by Prophet Muhammad is forced marriage. A forced marriage differs from an arranged marriage. We thought it was in Islam there was arranged marriages were allowed, but forced marriages, no. And what do I find? Lo and behold, multilingual Quran under Surah Ahzab, ayat 36. Zainab bin Jahsh was forced to marry Zaid. Third parties such as matchmaker, it differs from an arranged marriage. Though now widely condemned by international opinion, forced marriages still take place in various widely condemned by international opinion. My opinion, count me in this international opinion. Right? So sorry, Shias. Right? Before Zainab bint Ali, Zainab bint Jahsh. So today, you Shias who will read this, back to this. Today you will read all this, all these endearments I'm shedding on paper, showing you with reason. Your mind will read what your heart will never accept. That such deception, human rights violation exists in the name of Allah and Prophet Muhammad and religion. Why is that? So what is that verse? Again? Surah Baqarah ayat 9. Who deceived you? Right? And why can't you see it? When you tell Sunnis, why can't they see it? हम तो मजलूम के लिए रोने आए हैं यहाँ. Nadeem Sarwaz Noha. So Surah Baqarah, why can't you see that? 8 or 9? Who has deceived you? There's some who say, we believe in Allah in the last day, while in fact they do not believe. They are trying to deceive Allah. And those who believe, they are trying to, it's ninth verse of Surah Baqarah. They are trying to deceive Allah and those who believe. But they do not realize that in truth they are only deceiving themselves. Is this enough for now? So hopefully some Shias will understand, come around with this. Sorry, I cannot translate all this in Urdu. Thank you, Yaakov Matit Yahu, for being here. Shalom again. God bless you, your family members, forever and always. Thank you so much for being here. All the best. Thank you, Shias. Hope you come here and see this. You may not be shedding your tears for justice. And time is now. So I'll take a break, and if I have to, I will come back. Thank you so much. Hope, Yaakov, you will join me again. Hope to see you here again. Okay, best wishes and God's blessings to you and your family.